Ashley Howard Teaches, and if you are looking for week 13 CC Cycle 1 Tutor Plans 5th edition, you are in the right place. But first, would you hit that subscribe button? It so helps to support this channel. Thank you so much. Now, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas time and are ready to jump back in and get started tutoring. This is going to be so much fun. So for geography this week, I'd like to pass out goldfish. Now I start off with one goldfish because we have a lot of rivers, we have the Atlantic Ocean, so there's a lot of water involved in this week of geography. So I like to give them one goldfish and we swim each one to each location. I always like to have my map up on the board and show them on the map, but then I always come by too because there might be one child who really needs some extra help, and always trying to get your parents super involved helping those kids find those locations. After I give them one goldfish to swim through, I'm going to give them enough goldfish to hit each location. So I'll have them put one on each location as we say them. Afterwards, I'll say, clear it off. Okay, we're gonna put them on faster this time. And I'll have them put them on. And that way it's a good visual to me to make sure that they are finding these geography locations. So that's how we like to do week 13 geography. Let's move on to science. If you haven't yet, check out my free skip counting cards. They are absolutely free and you will find them, and all you have to do is cut them out, laminate them. They do include week 13 as well, the information for week 13 for math. So you will love that. Check it out below. I have it linked in the description. So for this week for science, we are talking about the parts of the geosphere. So what I like to do first is I'm going to say them with them. I have a tune to go with it, but I'm going to start with saying it with them with hand motions. That way they kind of get them first, because I find if I go into singing, they're all just trying to mumble words and it doesn't work. So we'll go like this. We'll go core. And then for mantle, we're gonna get up on our tippy toes and try to grab the mantle. And for crust, we're gonna pretend like we're eating crust off a bread. So we're gonna go crust, like that. And then for hydrosphere, we're going to swim through the water like this. Then for bio, I like to tell them bio means life. So for biosphere, we'll have a baby right here, biosphere. And then for atmosphere, we're going to jump out like this and go atmosphere. So we'll go through those slowly at first. So after we do our hand motions 2 or 3 times, then I'm going to teach them the song. And what I like to do is we like to start out, let's go in slow motion first. So we'll go core, mantle, crust, hydrosphere, biosphere, and atmosphere. And then I'll have them do jumping jacks to it. So we'll go core, mantle, crust, and we'll go all the way through those. And then I'll say, let's run in place and say them. And we'll say them running in place. And then I'll say, let's scratch down, and we'll go really quiet. And we'll say it really quiet. And then of course at the last one, we'll say it really loud. And then if we have 1 more or 2 more times to say it, we'll go back through those hand motions again. I find that when they do both of those, they really learn, and they have different ways, because you have different learners. So it helps them to learn this information for this week. So that's what we do for science. What I love to do is get on CC Connected. Wow, they have some great images online that you can print out for science and show them the different ones as you go through them. Because I think it makes such a difference when they're not just singing about something they don't know about, but they can actually see it. So that is a great way to get them engaged and for them to see it in real life, see the different information on the worksheet, and they will learn so much more. So let's move on to history. So for history, for Kush, we're gonna make the sign language K like this. And then for mined gold, we're gonna pan for gold like this. And then for along the Nile River, we're gonna step way out, and then we're gonna make a river like this for along the Nile River. And then for 2000, we're gonna put up a 2. And for 350, we're gonna go 350. And for Berbers, we're gonna go like this, like it sounds like burr, so Berbers. And then for traded gold, we're gonna make big actions because that makes it more fun. So we're gonna go traded gold like this. And then for salt, we're gonna sprinkle salt everywhere like this. And then for desert, we're going to jump way out with our feet and go desert like this. So we'll go through our hand motions a few times, and then after we do that, we'll play the music, do our hand motions to music and have lots of fun that way. So we'll go through these hand motions a couple times, then we'll play it to music, and then I like to turn off the music and see if we can do it by ourselves again, because sometimes the music goes so fast that they don't get it. So I like to say, okay, now we're gonna turn the music on and see if y'all can perform all by yourself, and let's listen to you go. So I'll have them go, and that just makes it a little bit more fun, helps them to really want to learn and want to know it. So that is what we do for history. Now let's move on to math. So for math this week, we're talking about liquid equivalents. On my free skip counting sheets, you will also find some of the information for liquid equivalents. So if you download that, it's a free download, so you can look in the description below and you will find that. So I like to do this to the song, Jesus Loves Me. So you'll go through, it fits perfectly, and you can go through, you'll go, 8 fluid ounces, 1 cup, 2 cups, 1 pint, 2 pints, 1 quart, 4 quarts is a gallon. So it fits really nicely. Then we can sing it faster and go through that way. Then we can slow down. We can pull some cards out. Like do a robot while you do it. Do a dinosaur voice. Do a cowgirl voice or a cowboy voice. So there's so many different ways that you can do this and have fun with it. So we like to go through our math a couple of times, and then for the last couple of times that we say them, I like to have them sit on the ground in a circle and put their legs crisscross applesauce, and we'll pat our legs and clap our hands as we say them. So we'll go 8 fluid ounces, 1 cup, and we'll go through like that and then pat our legs and clap. And so then we'll go through that 2 or 3 times to make sure we've gotten all those times down, and that is how we will do math for this week. Now let's move on to English. So for English, for compound prepositions, we're going to do it to the tune of a tisket, a tasket. So it's going to start with the first preposition, according to. So we're going to go according to, and we'll go through all of those. And at the end of the song, it will end with compound prepositions. And so we'll end with that. So that's a fun way to do that. We'll go through and we'll sing it. You can sing this song. They can sing it really fast because it's kind of a catchy tune. So I would start out, we're going to sing really slow and see how fast we can sing this at the very end. So let's start. So we'll go in really slow because it's very wordy. So it's a lot for them to learn. So I might go through the first 2 a couple of times and make sure I have everyone, and then add one on and then go back to the beginning again. Because it's so important that they're not just trying to mumble the words after you and sing after you to make it look like they're trying to learn it when they don't actually know it. So I want them to learn it more than I want them to look like they know it, if that makes sense. So that is for our English. So let's move on to Latin. Okay, so before we start with Latin, guys, have y'all ever gotten a class pet for your homeschool? So I'm so excited, guys. We got a bearded dragon. See my lizard cage? We haven't actually bought him yet, but he's coming. And we also bought bunnies. Oh my word. So we are full of class pets now. Let me know below in the comments. I would love to hear, what class pets do you have, or what class pets would you love to have? And let me know. So I would love to hear. So for Latin, so we've already done Latin noun cases. So this is great. So we just have to go back, review these. They've heard them before, so they should kind of have an idea of what you're going through. But sometimes you're going to have kids that have just joined in on this second semester. So don't take that for granted. And sometimes it gets a little fuzzy because it's been a while. So definitely review them. Definitely go back through those hand motions again. So for subject, we're going to assign the letter S. And then for possessive, we're going to go like this. Like we're trying to grab our favorite candy, possessive. And then for indirect object, we're gonna go indirect object. For direct object, we're gonna put our hand out like this, and we're gonna hit it like this. Then for object of the preposition, we're gonna make a O with our hand, and then make a giant O like this. So we'll go through those hand motions again a couple of times. So after we've gone through the hand motions a couple of times, I'll lead them over to a line I will have in the room with blue tape, and we are going to jump over it like we're skiing. So we'll go like this, and as we say them, we're gonna skip over our line like this. And then we might go on our tippy toes and try to say it. We might hop on one foot and then switch to the other foot. We might crab walk on our line. There's so many different ways to make it fun and engaging and get them excited about learning. So that is it for English. Now let's talk about fine art. So what I like to do for my parents for this week is email them before the week starts because it's going to start with paint. And so a lot of people don't want to get their clothes all messed up. So I like to send them out, especially with the younger kids, to have an apron. Now you're a little bit older kids, some of them, they're around that 8 range, may not want to wear an apron, but they might bring an extra shirt. So that's kind of handy too, so it doesn't ruin their clothes. So for this one, we're doing Giotto, and please correct me if I am saying that wrong. I totally could be messing that up. So it's a very interesting art study, and what I love to do is I love to check out books from the library beforehand. This is one of those, a couple of weeks here that you're really gonna need to be prepared, and I love to show them examples of the artwork. I love to start out class by asking them, how does this art make you feel? What do you see in these pictures? Have you seen another artist like this before? And just you ask about the different colors, the mood of the painting, and different things so that they can really get to know this artist. So your Discovering Great Artists book is so helpful. I love it. Now, if you don't have one of these and you need to get one, I use the Homeschool Educators Resource Store. I'll link them down below, and they are amazing. They will send you homeschool books. A lot of them are used, but they're lightly used, and they're so helpful. They have new books as well. So that's a great resource if you're on a budget and looking for something half off. So, and here you will see, right here, you have your different artists, and it talks about them over here. I love to get my kids involved and learn about these artists. I have the pictures out on the whiteboard. I read this to them. Now, if I just go here and I just read kind of like monotone, they're going to not like it all and fidget, but I like to get really excited with them. So Giotto, one of the fun things about him is he used different things to put into his paint to make it more vibrant. So he even used bugs. So for those kids, they would love that. And you can ask them, what kind of things in nature could you use to mix into your paint to get different colors? So you will go through this. Basically what you're doing is adding chalk, you're adding water, and you're adding egg yolk to these, and you're mixing it up and crushing it up, and you're painting with these materials. So obviously they will need to wash their hands afterwards. Some people just use regular paint, so it depends on your canvas on what you do, but it's really fun, and they get to make some different paintings. So that's why it's so important for them to see examples of what their kind of art looks like, so they can kind of make something that looks similar to something that this artist would make. So it's really fun when you get prepared and get involved and get excited about it. So I always like to point it back to God and ask them, man, God is so amazing. Look how he made these people so creative. Look what he can make in nature to help us to paint. And isn't God amazing? So I always bring it back to that. And I love this book. I have this book with you. It's so helpful. And for hands-on science, you have 2 experiments, which are tilt and hand sinkers. So those are some fun experiments. So check those out in your book. So for review, all right. So for review for this week, we're getting excited. First week back, it's pretty exciting. After Christmas, everybody's so excited. So for review, I like to go back to a classic, which is basketball or basketball. So if you don't have a basketball hoop like this, I found this in the baby section at Walmart, and it's super cute. It's sectioned, so you don't have to worry about it like going over the door if it doesn't fit. They also have the over the door hoops, and we have those too. We have so many hoops. We have 3 boys, so lots of hoops in our house. So I like to find these, and what they do is they play and then they shoot the ball until the other team answers their question, and then they switch. The other team gets to shoot until this team answers their question, and however many hoops they have, they get to keep until the next people start playing because they've answered their question, and they go back and forth. I always like to have a prize box ready for them, or I might just have like 1 or 2 prizes, something fun to get them excited about this first week back to learning. So that's it for tutor planning. Now at home, I just want to encourage you. I know for my kids, I always kind of want to bring it home too, and I'm never sure how to do that, but I love these Katie Picture Books books because they go through the great artist, and she is jumping into the paintings and learning about the paintings, and it's all very sweet. You don't really have to monitor the pictures of the art because they're all very elementary and very cute and very sweet. I'd say 8, 9, and under would be a good age for this, but it's really cute because it goes through these different pictures and it shows the great artists and it talks about them. So I think that's a win for me. So I encourage you to do these art projects at home with your your kids. They love to do them. They're so fun, and just check out so many books for them about these different artists, about this week, and make learning fun. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. It so helps this channel to keep making content. So let me know, but don't forget to let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite pet that you have for your homeschool? Thank you so much for stopping by, and I look forward to seeing you again. Goodbye.